Welcome to Chapter 4 with another topic. Today, we're going to explore one of the most important macronutrients in our diet, carbohydrates. At the end of this lecture, you'll understand what carbohydrates do in your body, how much you need, where to find them, and what happens when you eat too few or too many. Asterisk. In the last video, we discussed carbohydrates and its classification. Reviewing last lecture, what exactly are carbohydrates? They're one of the three main macronutrients, alongside proteins and fats. When you eat carbohydrates, your body breaks them down into a simple sugar called glucose. Glucose is like fuel for your body. It travels through your bloodstream to every single cell, providing the energy they need to function. Today, we'll cover 5 key functions of carbohydrates: the recommended daily intake, food sources, and the effects of both deficiency and excess consumption. Asterisk. Let's start with the most important function, providing energy. Carbohydrates are broken down into glucose, which is then used by every cell in your body to produce energy. Think of glucose as the gasoline that powers your car. Without it, you simply can't go. Here's an important number to remember. 1 gram of carbohydrates provides 4 kilocalories of energy. That's the same as protein, but less than fat, which provides 9 kilocalories per gram. Asterisk. The second crucial function is fueling your brain. Your brain is an energy-hungry organ. Even though it makes up only about 2% of your body weight, it consumes approximately 20% of all the glucose in your body. This is why you might feel foggy or have trouble concentrating when you haven't eaten in a while. Your brain needs a steady supply of glucose to function properly for thinking, memory, and even basic survival functions like breathing and maintaining your heartbeat. Asterisk. The third function is called the protein-sparing action. This is a really important concept. When you eat enough carbohydrates, your body uses glucose for energy. This saves protein from your muscles and organs so it can do its own important jobs like building and repairing tissues, making enzymes and hormones, and supporting your immune system. Without enough carbohydrates, your body starts breaking down muscle protein for energy. That's not ideal. You want to preserve that muscle tissue for its vital functions, not burn it as fuel. Asterisk. Function number 4, storing energy for later use. Any extra glucose that your body doesn't need right away is stored as something called glycogen. Think of glycogen as your body's energy savings account. Glycogen is stored primarily in 2 places: your liver and your muscles. Your liver stores glycogen to help maintain stable blood sugar levels between meals. Your muscles store glycogen as a readily available energy source for physical activity. When you exercise or go several hours without eating, your body taps into these glycogen reserves. Asterisk. The 5th function is aiding digestion, and this is where fiber comes in. Fiber is a type of carbohydrate that your body cannot digest. It passes through your digestive system largely intact. But don't think that means it's useless. Far from it. Fiber does several important jobs. It adds bulk to your stool, preventing constipation. It feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut. It helps you feel full and satisfied after meals. It can help lower cholesterol and regulate blood sugar. Now let's talk about how many carbohydrates you should be eating. Health experts recommend that 45 to 65% of your total daily calories come from carbohydrates. This is known as the AMD, the acceptable macronutrient distribution range. What does this look like in practice? For someone eating a 2,000-calorie diet, that means 900 to 1,300 calories should come from carbohydrates. Since each gram of carbohydrates provides 4 calories, that translates to about 225 to 325 grams of carbohydrates per day. The AMD helps ensure you're getting a balanced mix of carbohydrates, protein, and fat for optimal health. Now, where can you find these carbohydrates? Let's explore the best food sources. Whole wheat bread, whole grain pasta, rice, and oatmeal are excellent sources. These provide complex carbohydrates, which digest more slowly and give you sustained energy. Starchy vegetables like potatoes, corn, and winter squash are nutrient-dense and very filling. They're packed with vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Not just carbohydrates. when choosing these foods. Opt for the whole grain versions whenever possible. They contain more nutrients and fiber than their refined counterparts. Asterisk legumes and pulses including lentils, chickpeas, and beans are fantastic sources of carbohydrates. They're also rich in fiber and provide plant-based protein, making them a nutritional powerhouse. Fruits like bananas, mangoes, and berries contain natural sugars and fiber, providing a source of quick energy along with essential vitamins and antioxidants. Dried fruits are also excellent options, though they're more concentrated in sugar. And yes, carbohydrates are also found in milk, honey, table sugar, and treats like cookies and cakes. But here's the key difference. Whole food sources give you nutrients along with carbs, while processed sources offer mostly empty calories. What happens if you don't eat enough carbohydrates? True isolated carbohydrate deficiency is rare in developed countries because your body can make glucose from protein and fat if needed. However, chronic low carbohydrate intake, specifically consistently eating below the RDA minimum of 130 grams per day, can lead to several problems. You might experience fatigue and lethargy, dizziness and weakness, confusion and difficulty concentrating, headaches, and constipation. Very low-carb diets can also cause hypoglycemia, dangerously low blood sugar, which can be serious. While some people choose low-carb diets for weight loss, it's important to know the potential side effects and consult with a healthcare provider. On the flip side, what happens when you eat too many carbohydrates? Excess carbohydrate consumption, especially from refined and sugary sources, can lead to weight gain because extra carbohydrates that aren't used for energy get stored as fat, dental caries, or tooth decay. Sugary foods feed bacteria in your mouth that produce acid, damaging your tooth enamel, bloating, and gas, particularly if you suddenly increase your fiber intake without adequate water. And hyperglycemia, high blood sugar, which can be especially concerning for people with diabetes or insulin resistance. Asterisk, the key is balance. Choose complex carbohydrates from whole food sources and watch your portion sizes.